goes in his mouth. um,
Cool.
the second thing you learn from the hunter is that you don't want to be going to the moat house. There's a dragon in there.
Oh,
That's good information.
That is definitely good information.
that is solid, Mr. Hunter, sir.
While we are talking to this hunter, I would like to ask the hunter about this. We heard a story about a secret path and a tower that is local to this area, and I was wondering if he could point us in the direction of that.
Perhaps
potentially.
near the moat, or near the keep.
There's this one tree that only locals know about.
Well, here's the thing, and you listen to old Dell, I'll steer you right. So I'm out there trapping, and I can tell you, there ain't no tower. I don't know what that guy was going on about. There's no ruined tower out in the forest. I reckon he was probably some kind of road agent or a ravager trying to rob you. So it's probably best you didn't accompany that feller out there, being as he was going to probably bushwhack you and then take all your stuffs. Is that a dog? What is that over there? No, it's a gnome. Well, that would have been a good help, but he ate some of it. You know, you're supposed to take the fur off first.
Shocked, I fling the rest of the squirrel at him.
Oh, well, damn it, son! I don't want it now. He picks it up and says, "Come here." He motions you forward.
Alright, I dismount the horse and walk up to him.
He says, "Let me show you how to do this." And he starts taking the pelt off the thing, showing the gnome. What do you use for a weapon?
I've got a dagger.
You've got a dagger?
Yeah.
That's your weapon? Okay. So he starts showing you with his skinning dagger, which is different from your dagger, but a dagger's a dagger as far as you're concerned. How to skin the pelt. What was your question for old Dell? What was your question again, little lady?
We wanted to know about the potential for. We wanted to know about the old tower.
No old tower?
Right, no old tower. Right. So then I wanted to know how he knows there's a dragon in the moat house.
Oh, well, here's the thing. Some folks been poking in and out of that old place. Looked like holy men to me, except they kept some strange company. And so I noticed that, but I'm not one to put my spoon in the soup where it's not warranted. So I mind my own business, go about it. But then I saw a blue dragonfly in there. I think it was blue. I don't know if the colors mean anything, but it was real pretty. But it was a dragon, so I thought I'd best appreciate it from afar, like crown jewels or certain ladies. Best appreciate it from afar, not for touching or looking at or talking to, if you know what I mean. And so I saw this dragon, and I thought to myself, that is a beautiful dragon. I wonder if it has something to do with them strange holy men. And then I thought, you know, Dell, there's some mysteries as more enticing, best left mystery. So I don't know if they has anything to do with them holy men, but I do know there's a dragon there, and maybe it's the friendliest dragon in the world, and you can go up there and have tea and cakes with it, but that's for you to discover. I would recommend not doing so.
How big was the dragon?
Yeah, are we talking like small dog? Or
I saw
large?
it from afar, and afar is how I'd like to keep seeing it from, so I can't say really, because, you know, things appear smaller when they're afar, and when I was younger, I thought that things were smaller, but they get bigger when you get close. That's just a trick. I heard the word for that is perspective, and so anyway, what I'm saying is the perspective I has was that it was a small dragon, but I am not one who needs to know how big dragons get, if you know what I mean. I know all I need to know about dragons from what I know, which is that there are dragons, they exist, and some of them is nice, and all of them is best left unmet by old Dell. Now, if you have no further questions, I'd like to be going about my business. So you know how to skin a pelt now. Now if you eat it, you will not have fur in your teeth. Now, I cannot speak for these others, but I find fur in your teeth to be an atrocious habit. It's fur in your teeth.
After skinning the squirrel, I stick the carcass in my mouth and take the fur and just put it on my head. Actually, wait. How big is the squirrel relative to me?
Still too small to make a good hat.
Well, how about a terrible hat?
It would make a terrible hat.
All right, let's do
You make
that.
a squirrel fez?
Ooh,
got
a
squirrel
squiz?
The gnome puts the still bloody pelt on his head, adding more fluid to the interesting combination of substances already in his...
Hey, Ben.
You know, it's hair on a gnome, but yet probably fur.
The bacon was the best thing you ever did.
I know him.
and puts the squirrel in his pouch and looks at the hunter and goes, "Fur, teeth, fur in my teeth, no fur in my teeth." You think you've mastered a sentence. You're not sure what it means yet.
Well done.
I'm glad we stumbled across old Del to teach him English.
So that's his
Or
name
common,
now.
I should say.
His name is now No Fur in My Teeth.
I do have a
Thank you.
name.
Now, if you can hand him a
Do you-
coaster.
have you told us what your name is yet?
Nobody asked.
Okay.
And also, you don't speak common.
Yeah.
120.
Okay.
We don't know yet.
Oh, Vader.
Vader, yes.
Ish.
Okay. So, does
Oh.
anybody have any questions?
And before I go, one more thing. Even if that dragon's gone, you might want to be careful because I'm pretty sure that place is haunted.
Haunted.
So it's haunted with holy folk and dragons.
How many holy?
Look, I didn't build it. It ain't mine. I'm just telling you what I saw. I'm being neighborly like. That's a right neighborly thing to do.
a lot of things
People tell you, I'm going into the pit of certain death. And you're like, you know that's the pit of certain death, right? And they're like, so you're telling me it's the pit of certain death? Ain't that what were the words that just came out of old Dell's
Just
mouth?
want to make sure that all these things are in one tiny little torn down tower.
Look, I ain't saying it's definitely haunted. I'm just saying I definitely saw some holy weird men looking in there. I definitely saw them with some strange company that I couldn't quite identify, but I thought I saw furry arms, although my sister-in-law has furry arms, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't her. But I reckon there's probably more than one woman in the world who has excessively furry arms. And then also, the important thing to remember is they had excessively furry faces now that I come to think about it, and maybe they were a little bit snouty. But I don't judge, because some people have snouts, and some people has gnomes that likes furs in their teeth. So, the important thing to remember is, I definitely saw a dragon. I definitely saw some strange holy men in there. I definitely saw some furry, snouty people in there who was a bit excessively tall, in my opinion. Begging your pardon, ma'am. Not as pleasant looking as you were, but they were excessively tall. And I also think the place is haunted. But that's just old Dell's thinking I'm an old fur trapper, and maybe it's not haunted, and maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But you can come back when you're done, and you can tell me that I'm wrong over a drink which you have purchased for me, and I will accept my bad fortune in being wrong with good grace. And you can be, oh, old Dell, you're a fool for thinking the place was haunted. And I'll be like, yeah, you're right, I is. In the meantime,
Kyle, can
Odell,
you tell whether or not a place
Do you have a
is
numerical value on those holy men or individuals?
I can
with
tell
snouts?
you probably
well,
if there are spirits
if I
around.
were the counting
Okay.
sort,
Probably.
I'd say that I stopped counting at 1 blue dragon. That was 1 blue dragon. After that, I was like 1 old Dell going in that direction, which I would numerically, I like that word, I don't know what it means, identify as away from the blue dragon.
That seems like a logical thing to do, old Dell.
I reckon so.
What-
And I am nothing if not. What does logical mean? Before I say I am logical, I'd like to know what that means.
Means that you think things through.
Oh, yes, I am nothing if not logical. And also modest. I don't like to talk about myself that
Being a
much.
hunter, what
And
time of day
verbose.
did you see? What time of day was it when you saw the dragon?
Very verbose.
I was during the day. I saw the dragon a little bit afternoon. I had seen those holy men the day previous a little bit before noon. I don't get too close to the moat house. I believe I mentioned that I thought it was haunted.
Yes.
But also I believe there is some kind of something hunting in the area. Nothing too scary, just some kind of wild animal that I'd rather not tussle with. There's plenty of squirrels and other pelts in the woods. You can have his, and I can have mine. Or begging your pardon, it could be a lady, whatever it is, that's prowling around,
I'm
some kind of
looking at the
she-cat.
gnome.
I don't care. I guess what I'm saying is there was something around there that tends to eat the kind of critters that give the pelts I like. And so I figure it eats its
So is our
critters.
friend in the area?
Yes. The entire party turns to look at the gnome.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't this young fella. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it ain't. Well, I got to go. Y'all have kept me John here a spell. You're awfully verbose people, but that's okay. I don't mind. I got to go now.
You've taught him new words too.
Oh, yeah.
He was a man of many.
So just to get this right, we're still headed towards the haunted, dragon-infested, cultish moat house.
He was a man of
In an
many
effort to
Just
avenge
clarifying.
your pile of dead
Yeah,
relatives.
many words.
You carry around with you.
Odell was a man of many words with minimal content. Now, so
So you can possibly tell us whether or not there are spirits